Right now, I feel so pleasantly relaxed and gently present with myself. One thing I do notice is that still there's a tendency to see that people, other bodies, other people, that I somehow need to change myself around people. I was talking to the camera and I heard some people approaching behind on a run. And out of shame, fear, I turned off the camera and kind of put it away down by my side. I didn't want them to see me talking to myself on a beautiful nature trail. I didn't want them to think something about me. Just managing my self-image. And this is active in a lot of areas. Call it how I want to seem. Or it's kind of like how I want to be. And then this idea that I can make myself that by editing my behavior. And even beyond that, it's actually just about image. Like, I do this thing, but only I know about it. I don't want others to know about it. So changing myself based on my sort of projected circumstance. And of course that always feels like victimhood because, I'd like to be like myself, but because there's other people around, I can't. Fitting in. Defending. When I defend, I am attacked. And you see there, the defense presumes attack. And so attack is there. They go hand in hand. So how can I expand my loving definition of myself to fit that in, to allow that to be here, to allow that insecure ego pattern to be here with me and look upon it with compassion. Not that anything wrong happened there. That situation with the runners, it's just showing me something, a program, a loyalty to fear or shame that's present in my experience. Speaking it out now feels nice, relaxing, and there's just a feeling of right now I can just bless that aspect of myself. Bless it. Bring the light to it. Bring this soft, gentle awareness to it. part of it is that it's loving myself and it's loving the projections of others as well, because just trusting our brothers and sisters that it's okay to bear ourselves as we are, naked and open to the world. And this isn't something to do. I'm not trying to skip over the part of me that still feels defensive, you know? Just blessing the whole play of appearances. And that part that feels a little denser, a little tighter right there. Like, oh, what will they think about me? Yeah, what will they think of me? This is embarrassing. I'm just feeling a sort of warmth in my heart for all three of those characters. Myself being shy, and those two runners coming by. And say, in this moment, it's like, you know, I could be with that. I could be open in that, you know. It's only myself judging myself there. It's only myself judging myself there, that there's something that needs to be hidden. And the illusion that you're getting away from it by editing yourself. But no, that's actually the confirmation that you've already attacked yourself. Already, you've thought a fearful thought. What might happen? What if they see me and laugh at me and then tell all their friends about me being this weirdo in the woods with a camera and vlogging instead of enjoying nature the way it should be? So of course these are just my own thoughts. It's not about a world out there, because the world is in our mind. So yeah, let's let our freak flag fly, be ourselves to the fullest extent. Not even like trying to be radical or something like that. No, just gently, openly, naturally being your actual, true, authentic self. Of course, that's the most vulnerable one to be. I mean, it's easier almost to be like exaggerated and wild and wacky is probably often easier than just being your true, authentic self and letting the world see that in all of its vulnerability. But because we love ourselves so much, it's what we're gonna do. Slowly, we're peeling off the layers. We're taking off the coats of armor, the onion layers, until we get right down to that core little onion ball. And inside of that, what's there? The eternal self. Can't see it, but it's the isness. And of course the isness can't be attacked. or judged. Can't be anything. So it's always a false self that's under threat by a world outside of itself. It's sort of a make-believe self that we've become identified with and learned that we need to defend against possible outpictured attack characters. But I hear voices ahead. Will I hide, or will I remain lovingly open to myself? Let's see. Any outpicturing that there's separate ones outside of my own mind is itself an attack thought. So just noticing that there's almost like a rut worn in the mind. Others. But no, one heart, one mind, one truth, undefended, undivided, and whole. I'm noticing now that this is a defensive pattern that I learned at quite a young age. Probably like 4 or 5 kind of thing. When I first started interacting more in the public, I remember meeting people and getting reactions I'd never gotten before, like anger, hatred, attack, and learning, oh, I need to defend myself from this. I remember specifically a certain playground experience where an older girl bullied me and my sister. Took her doll from her. Told us we were like dweebs or something. Wouldn't give it back. She was really just looking for love, but had learned her own harsh lessons. So bless that scenario too, bringing the light there. Some deck dwellers. My loving self, my sacred holy brother, sister. Can we remain open? Love need not defend. Everything is so fragrant now, so full of flowers. You can probably see in the background around me. I had this image when I was in retreat recently of a warrior on the battlefield with its spear and moving with such self-assurance steadiness, focus, perfected and trained movements, no tension, all purpose, plunging his spear without hesitation into the hearts of his enemies, and being right there with them, present, as the soul leaves the body. No time to hesitate. On to the next. Knowing at any moment the spear could be plunged through his heart, and yet open to the moment. Heart open, even as he dispatches skillfully his foes. This is the fearless aspect of love that the heart knows is possible. The heart knows is possible. Steady in the face of everything. Isn't it? Not flinching. Not attempting to avoid. So willing. Pure willingness undoes suffering. Dispatches all illusion. It need not be casual, this life. It can be intense. Let it be intense. Who said it's not supposed to be? We're here to the death. To the death. Winner keeps all. Playing for keeps. But there's nothing to lose either. So, these are kind of archetypal imagery that we shoot for the stars, you could say. We aim for the ideals. And of course we fail. And we fail, and we fail, and we fail, and we fail, and we fail. But eventually we fail our way to freedom. You could call it success, but there's no one there to taste it. Because it's undoing of the separate self into full fulfillment, into freedom. And so, I guess this is me almost kind of softening, or perhaps subtly compromising the truth of what I'm saying. But I know it's true. The warrior who fears nothing. I know it's in me. And yet my behavior doesn't seem to live up to those standards at all times. And that's where compassion, forgiveness, and fearless facing of our own weaknesses and shortcomings, and releasing judgment. So that we can be free and true and pure as we are.